Hey y'all, when I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get the background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other platforms? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. It's Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and easy to use. What I love most about Anchor is that the quality is so precise and clear. So if you want to get started, go to anchor.fm/start. Again, that's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in to Reclaiming Your Life. This is episode 1 of Reclaiming Your Life. My name is Kimara. Thank you for tuning in. I am very excited to get this podcast up and running. Happy New Year's to everyone. It is 2019. I am excited for what God has for me in 2019. I never felt so better and so excited. In this episode, I am just going to really be talking about what to expect, in regards to these series that we're going to be doing. And I will be doing these episodes once a week. They should probably be nothing longer than 20 minutes or so, depending on the topic and who I may have on the show, because I do plan to have guest speakers and do some interviews with some local people that you guys may know or may not know. So this podcast is for women of color and entrepreneurs with small businesses and who are newly, just starting their business pretty much. I will also be touching base on depression, insecurities, fear, doubt, self-love, self-esteem, self-care. And I will be also talking about some of my own experiences with these that I just listed and how I overcame and got through certain situations in life. I will be touching a little bit on the basic to start up your business. Been doing a lot of research, and I noticed that a lot of people do not know the materials that they need to start their business. And I know when I started, it was very hard. I didn't really have anyone, and thankful to this one lady that I met in a Facebook group app, and she was willing to give me a lot of information. And she had me call her, and I would never forget it. I was in my daughter's daycare parking lot, and I was on the phone with her for probably a good 10 minutes before I got my daughter. And she just gave me so much information, and it was so helpful, because let me tell you something, I was lost because at this point I wanted to take my business to another level. I wanted to do a website. I wanted to get the logo. I wanted to do everything from marketing and all of that. And I was just lost because I didn't know how to do anything. So that's the reason why that I feel I want to touch base a little bit on that. And as I get to know information, I will let you guys know information as well. But I think it's important to know the basics of the startup of a business. And it will help somebody, because it helped me when that lady reached out to me and told me all the information I needed. I'm just going to give a little brief background of myself. Also, I am a Jamaican. I was born in Jamaica, but I came up here at a very young age. So some people will try to say, oh, you're not Jamaican because you've been up here for so long. I'm a Jamaican, so don't try to play me. But I have 2 kids. I have a boy and a girl. My son is 11, my daughter is 4. I was raised by my mother. She raised me and my brother. And she was a single parent, worked 2 jobs to take care of me and my brother. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to become an entrepreneur, because I seen how hard my mother worked. She worked from 7 to 11 doing doubles, for one job, and then she'll work her second job. And I'm just like, oh my God, I do not want to have to work so hard to be able to provide for my kids. And I love my mother for that, but it's just hard, to see my mother had to work so hard to take care of me and my brother. But being an entrepreneur is not for everyone. And I'm not saying that to throw any shade, but it really isn't. You have to have the mindset for it. And I'm going to touch base on the mindset as well. But I always had that entrepreneurial spirit in me ever since I was like 12, 13. And at that time, I wanted to be a hairdresser because hair was my life. That was it. Hair was my life. I was braiding my own hair. I did extensions in my own hair, box braids, all of that. And then, I was doing my family hair, friends' hair, and I was making a little money, doing that. And I was good. So at 12, 13, 14, you getting some money, you like, okay, this is good. And I said that I wanted to open my own shop at that age. Like, I already knew what I wanted. I said, I'm going to be a hairdresser. I'm going to have my shop, and I'm going to have people, working for me, and, things of that nature. So it's like, at that age, what you want to do, So as I got older, I started to venture out into different network marketing businesses. And let me tell you, I was a go-getter. So if you came to me and said, hey, Kimara, I'm selling this product, do you want to join? And I'm going to do my research, and then I'm going to jump in, because I'm like, okay, I need to make some money. I want to make some extra money, because having just my son at that time, I was like, it's hard. I mean, it's hard for anybody. So I jumped into a lot of different things. I went from selling It Works to TLC to Thrive Experience. I even went and did travel, but everything ain't for everybody. And I don't think network marketing was for me. And I knew I had a purpose to help people, but didn't know what that purpose was. And during that time, I loved decorating, and I loved putting on parties. Because I used to do my son party, and I used to just go all out, and everybody would compliment me as so nice and everything. So I started my own business called Kimara's Creation. It's an event planning business. So if you're looking for an event planner, hit me up. Drop that in the comments, or you can check out my website at www.kimarascreations.com, or my Instagram, or my Facebook. So hit me up if you're looking for an event planner. But anyways, I started that business in 2013, but I never pursued it. I started it. I didn't really market my business. I didn't do anything. I started it because I'm like, hey, I love decorating. I'm going to start this business. I went to school and got my bachelor's in human services. And can you tell? I'm not even doing anything in that field, but that's a whole nother story. But I decided to start back up my business, and that's when I spoke to the lady, and she gave me some good insights, and I said, okay. So that's when I went into getting my website up, getting my logo, and all of that. So I did all of that and still didn't really pursue my business, because I felt that wasn't my purpose. Like, I know I wanted to help people, but I didn't know how, and I felt like I couldn't really help people the way that I want to help people by decorating. Yeah, I may be able to execute your dream, and how you wanted your event, but I feel like I wasn't really purposeful in doing that, if that makes sense. I mean, I still love decorating, and I still do it now, but I also wanted to help people in a different way. So to get into it, it took me a long time to know my purpose and to get to know myself also. And I had a few setbacks, and I'm only going to name a few. And the setbacks for me were myself and my mindset. It was other people, and it was my environment. And I say myself because I was like really hard on myself, and I went through different situations in life and had different events in life happen, and I kind of let all of that consume me and to define who I was. A lot of people don't know a lot of the things that happen into my life unless you're like my immediate family, and probably some of my immediate family don't even know everything. But a lot of things happen in my life, and I kind of let that define me. And I mean, I will walk around as nothing ever happened. Like I have a smile on my face, and to everybody, I'm always happy, jokey, a laughy person, so they didn't see the hurt on the inside and the struggles and what I was going through with myself. And that's also because my mindset was just so broken. I can't even tell you and describe you, but my mindset was just like, it was just on a whole nother level by itself. And then that goes into people that I had surrounding me. And some people is just, they're negative. They don't know they're negative. And I didn't know they were negative. And I didn't know I was negative. But those things kind of attach. And I used to take people's opinions and let it just soak me up like a sponge. You know how they say for kids, you got to watch what you say around kids because it will soak up everything like a sponge. And that's how it was for me. And I think it's just like that for adults. You soak up everything. And that really affected me because I used to take people's opinions and their thoughts and everything to heart. And I had to learn how to separate their opinions and my thoughts, And the next thing is environment. That also leads into environment because it's like, who are you surrounding yourself with? Are you surrounding yourself with someone who is negative or positive? Because that does have a reflection of you. And what are you listening to? What podcasts are you listening to? What music are you listening to? What books are you reading? And those things all add up to the person you are. And it may sound weird, but it really is. And I had a lot of baggage and carrying a lot of other people's baggages on me. And I had to do some soul searching. I had to, fast a couple of times to get my mind right. And it's so important to fast, because that's when you can see clarity in what it is that you need to do or what's going on. And I'm a true believer of fasting. But this is just a little introduction as to what I want to be talking about during the series of Reclaiming Your Life. And I named this episode, Let Me Reintroduce Myself, because it's a new me. And the old Kimara is gone. This is a new me, brand new, thinking fresh, outside the box. And I'm going for my dreams and what God has for me. And I'm not letting nothing stop me. So I separated myself from certain people. And even though they may come back and I may have conversations with them here and there, but I know how to separate their thoughts and their opinions from mine. And that's not going to stop me from what God has called me to do. And I really feel that I can help people and reach out to people by my own experiences and giving my own thoughts about what I went through in life. And that's another reason why I will be having, the guest speakers and doing interviews with people so that you guys can also see what they went through and their success story. And I mean, nothing is ever easy in life. If it is, then that would have mean we all would have had all the houses and cars that we wanted, right? But we have to go through certain things in life to get to where we need to be. And it's okay to go through those experiences, because they always say things that you're going through in life, it ain't for you, it's for somebody else. And it's just that you need to give your testimony so that you can be able to help somebody else who's going through what you're going through. So this is just a brief introduction as to what I will be talking and sharing. So if you can please leave comments, let me know what you think of the podcast. If you like it or if you didn't like it, be honest. And let me know if there's certain topics that you want me to talk about, because I will be sharing my own experiences, based on my life events. So again, let me know your feedback on what you think of reclaiming your life. And I want you guys to reclaim your life. Take your life back. Start over. Even if you messed up so many times, tomorrow is a new day. You can start again tomorrow. So it doesn't even matter. Reclaim your life. Take back your life. And let's have a great 2019. Again, thank you for listening to Reclaiming Your Life. You guys have a wonderful day.